Hello, everybody. We are going to review Servant Episode 2.
Spaceman.
Spaceman. Thank you. I should have remembered that. What did you think of the episode?
As usual, I thought it was shot beautifully. The cinematography, they had some like downward shots that I thought was gorgeous going down the stairs. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited. Looks like we're going to be seeing Leanne maybe in the next couple episodes. I thought it was a good episode.
Yeah, she made a appearance kind of.
Yeah.
With her voice anyway. We got a phone call. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, gosh, where do we start with this?
Well, the scene starts off with Julian sleeping in Leanne's room.
Yeah, that surprised me. I don't know why, but that really shocked me. I thought it was a flashback, and it wasn't. And for some reason, it shocked me. And I immediately noticed when Julian's head pops up, the lions in the mural are they look like they're focused on him, very in a predatory sense. Mm-hmm. Did you get that?
It did. Yeah. I wonder, maybe when in the future scenes you have to look and see if look like the eyes moved, or does it just look like the lions are looking at him? Just a coincidence. Yeah. I think this show's focusing a lot more, at least this specific show is focusing a lot more on Julian.
Yeah, it's very Julian-centric.
Yeah.
He is the man in this episode for sure. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely getting to the point where I can call him Julian now and not Ron Weasley. So I feel better about that.
At least on the podcast or this video. Yeah. When we're watching it, you're still calling him Ron.
I'm still calling him Ron? Yeah, okay.
You had mentioned that you thought that hole in the wall represents something. Like Dorothy breaking into reality.
Yeah, because just the way he was staring at it, maybe it was Dorothy breaking the delusion down a little bit. Again, I don't know if that's just me tinfoil hatting or if it really means something. But yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering who ran the bath. I mean,
right.
He asked Dorothy, he went downstairs, he said, Dorothy, did you draw a bath? Or is it Leanne? Can Leanne control things out, from outside the house? Did she run the bath?
Because he looked surprised when he woke up. He went to the bathroom. He looked in and like, "What's going on?"
And
the bath was running.
Yeah, and the water had been running for a while. It was almost
halfway.
Yeah. Exactly. I think then you hear like a baby crying, and you said, "Oh, they got me."
They got me. I thought, okay, something freaky's happening, but no, you didn't fall for it though. You knew it was something.
It did for maybe a split second.
Oh, okay.
But they went straight. Then they showed that it was Dorothy watching an old video.
Yeah, okay.
So Julian was reassuring Dorothy. Of course, they're feeding him. People don't steal babies to mistreat them.
Which is wrong. I mean, is today's environment with all the trafficking stuff knows. I mean, people do, but I get his point. Was they're people you typically imagine them to steal babies because they want a child, or they're not gonna harm them. So he was just trying to reassure that
give her
not gonna hurt Jericho.
Give her some hope. Now Dorothy is completely ignoring the reborn doll.
Yeah. When she was on the couch talking with Julian, and the reborn doll sitting in the chair, she got up, walked right past it like it was less than an inanimate object. Like she didn't even glance at it. Mm-hmm. So that's telling right there. Right.
And then the doorbell rings. Dorothy yells, "They sent something." And it ends up being the space jumpsuit that Julian had sent as a baptism gift.
What a weird thing to send. Like a little astronaut outfit for a baptism.
I guess that's why the name of the episode is Spaceman.
Yeah. That was very weird.
And then Julian puts a spacesuit on it.
But it was like put on like, how would I say it? Like he didn't really put it on. He just threw it in there kind of. It wasn't zipped up properly. The arms weren't put into the sleeves. Mm-hmm. It was just like, it was a funny joke to him or whatever.
Yeah.
but he didn't really put it on.
Yeah.
It was half-heartedly put on.
Right. And then later on, we see
That freaked me out.
creepy. This show's so creepy, but the creepy scene of the reborn doll sitting on
Chilling.
watching Dorothy, and it's fully dressed now.
Yeah. It's zipped up properly. The hoodie's on. the arms are in the sleeves, and they're kind of tucked up right. It looks like a very comfortable person wearing clothes. Yeah, that freaked me out a little bit.
So I doubt Dorothy did it. Maybe Sean dressed him.
Maybe.
Sean was giving him the bath the last episode.
Yeah, Sean is coming around to the whole baby thing. Yeah, that really freaked me out.
Dorothy says she can feel him, and her stomach is in knots. And Julian said that's because you haven't eaten in 4 days.
Right.
But you had mentioned, how can she feel him?
That was not even her baby.
Right.
Her baby's dead. Her baby's gone.
Right.
It's all, if anything, psychosomatic, but so weird. Yeah, that was strange that she would, connect with something that's probably not even real. Like, we don't even know what's going on yet.
Yeah. Dorothy says to Julian, "You don't believe in anything. You know what you are, Julian? You're an atheist."
The way she said it, though, like we were expecting some hard thing. I think Julian was too, because you know what you are. And he's just like, oh boy, here we go. And then you're an atheist. And he was just like, oh, okay.
He's like, yeah. All right. But they mention in this episode a lot of Julian believing or not believing.
Yeah.
So
Nancy, she mentioned
Natalie.
Natalie. I always call her Nancy. Anyway, yeah, she mentioned something about him having to believe in something at one point. So it's weird around his belief.
I was so happy to see Roscoe. I know I was seeing.
I thought he was dead.
I had seen theories like Roscoe's dead, but Roscoe is not dead. So, is he a zombie Roscoe?
Zombie Roscoe. I don't know. They did something to him.
Cult zombie Roscoe.
Like, did they drug him? Did they
all the above
influence him? Another. I know we saw him get hypnotized, but did they hypnotize him? You know what I mean, and influence him, or is he part of the cult now? Like, what happened?
Okay, yeah. Well, he spits out the drink. He doesn't realize it's been days since he's been gone.
Yep.
I know there's something correlation to 4 days, him being missing, and 4 days that Dorothy hasn't eaten.
And 4 days that the child was dead.
Right. Yeah. So, you laughed when Sean and Julian were talking about the ransom in the $20 million. You noticed we saw. What did you say?
Yeah, we saw some personality out of Sean. He puts on this. I don't know if he gets an accent every once in a while. I don't know if it's intentional or not, or he's joking, but he kind of had almost like a old timey gangster New York accent, like whatever, give it 20 million, and you're just like, where'd that come from, Or am I looking too much into that? I don't know.
I have to rewatch it and see and really listen for it.
Yeah.
Dorothy's watching The Cult on a tablet of Aunt May saying, "Free yourself," and there's a naked man whipping himself. So I don't know what's worse, the whipping or the naked body.
Big guy, yeah.
So there was a big cross behind them, and that was made of straw. And Leanne had the same cross that was the same cross that Leanne had hung over Jericho's crib.
Yeah.
It was also in her abandoned house.
Right.
That
up on the wall in the bedroom.
Yep. And Sean says, go back. And then it's also the one that Sean put down the garbage disposal in episode 2 wood.
Right, which I think made her mad at him and started all the splinter and,
I think what started the splinter was when he was looking through her drawers and he pricked himself. I think he pricked himself on that straw, perhaps, and it cut his finger.
Maybe.
I definitely was wondering, kept wondering, why is Leanne so angry? But, he has made her feel like an unwelcome
He definitely
guest.
made her feel like an unwelcome guest. Absolutely. He's been kind of, you can always feel, if you've ever been unwanted in a situation, you can feel that. And he, I have. And it's palpable. You can feel it. And he definitely made her feel that way. But yeah, I was counting when the guy was whipping himself, I was counting members. Because in the mural, there's like 9 people. So I thought maybe there's 9.
Yeah, but that didn't add up.
That didn't add up, right? Because there's only like 8. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the phone rings. And you were like, who answers a phone like that?
Yeah, Dorothy answers, just says, who's this? Which I guess she's expecting ransom people because of, Julian's antics.
But they haven't told her yet about the ransom.
Well, the last episode.
Maybe.
Maybe. Baby lives. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Sean's in the kitchen, and there's a knock at the back door. Sean grabs a carving fork when he goes to answer the door.
Really defensive.
Yeah.
Why would he get so defensive all of a sudden? And then you would notice something about the scene where it showed the person's legs was similar to Julian's.
Right.
When he first found Jericho, and he was looking through the window.
At the back door. The cinematography is very similar.
Yeah.
So, but it was Roscoe at the door. Sean asked, "Where have you been?" Roscoe says, "I've been out front. I've been out front, dude.
Been out front all night. Like I was
Julie
supposed
asked me to keep watch. And is there any food left? I'm starving."
Yeah.
And so.
He was surprised that they had took down the party stuff already.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you thought it was weird they didn't feed them, but that could be not feeding people could be a
interrogation tactics. Not feeding, sleep deprivation,
mind control.
It's a common tactic, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
As far as
I heard that. That's what I've seen. Dorothy goes into work to assure Jericho. Well, Dorothy goes.
She gets a call.
She gets a call
to go into work.
Well, that call
sick,
that she got where he answered the phone.
That was her work.
That was her work. She decides she's going to go in so she can help assure Jericho that everything's okay. Since to get, as she says, some mommy time. So, initially I thought she was wearing the same dress as in episode 3.
I thought she was too.
But when I put them, when I looked at them,
right?
The same one as Leanne was wearing, the one that Leanne bought when they first went out shopping in episode 3. But as I look closer, I think they're different. I don't think they're the same dress, but they're blue. They're similar, but they're different.
Are you sure it's not the same?
I'm almost positive. I'll have to go back and look. Maybe I'll put a clip side by side of the dresses, but I think they're different.
Maybe who wore it better?
Yeah, who wore it better? If it's the same dress. Julian and Sean then questioned Roscoe in the basement about his whereabouts for the last 4 days.
Right, and Julian all of a sudden, this got me because Julian, that's his friend. Roscoe's his friend. He's reassured Sean a couple times.
Yeah,
last
the
season
entire
that,
time.
Hey, this guy's great. He's cool. Blah 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 blah. And now he's just like completely against him, almost like. I don't know this guy. I don't know him that well, he says. And,
it's weird.
He's real suspicious of him.
It's odd. He's even a little aggressive to him. He even says, he threatens him like, I'm going to take your teeth out that
was weird.
I'd like to see you try.
I like that Roscoe said that because you're not taking anybody's teeth out. Come on, Julian.
Right. So I'm going to play a clip of what Roscoe was saying when they go to listen on his phone.
Please make this stop.
There's no need to be afraid, Roscoe.
Leanne, is that Leanne?
We're here to help you.
Stop.
Nothing bad is going to happen to you.
Why is he crying like that? What are they doing though? They're breaking him. That's what cults do.
Was that me?
Which is another thing that's weird to me. Like, if you're interrogating someone, how are you going to let an audio recording off their phone happen during the interrogation or the torture or the whatever it was? That seems really weird and convenient that they would have that. So are they doing it on purpose?
Because they know they're going to hypnotize them, or are they?
Right. Or that's another thing. Natalie hypnotizing him. He went under so easy, so quick. Like my first thought was bad writing. You know, I was like, I was disappointed. I was like, oh no, come on. Like, you're going to do that, like, you know, just to, you know, progress the plot. But then again, maybe they're not. Maybe it's on purpose. Who knows? Maybe Roscoe's one of them now. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's got to be something to it, because that seemed too convenient. It seemed too obvious.
Like he went into
way
the
too
hypnotism too fast.
Right.
You know, way too fast.
And he was like, if you've studied hypnotism at all and seen interviews and stuff, it usually isn't that easy, and you know, they're not so deep into a trance. You know what I mean?
Even Julian's not convinced. He says, "What a performance!" But then, was Julian convinced? He was crying.
Yeah,
You know,
it was creepy. It was really creepy.
What he said was very creepy. With the he takes out the eyes and he throws them away.
Yeah,
Is
and just
that-
his mannerisms.
Well, he was
and
like
his,
stuttering and just a straw. And,
yeah, it was like it was scary. It was like it was definitely
was.
horror movie stuff.
Yeah. And with the eyes, is that literally take or figuratively?
Right.
If
And then what does that mean? Take their eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So, and I think Natalie wakes him up too soon, but
Oh, yeah.
you were saying that she was doing the
She was doing the ethical thing. Sean didn't care. He wanted answers. He's like,
Who's
burn this
behind the
dude
door?"
out. I just want to know. But she did what, you know, a responsible hypnotherapist would do.
8 News. You see 8 News come on, and it says Christmas toys that can kill.
And then it pans to the reborn doll.
That creepy doll watching TV.
And it was chilling like a regular person.
It looked almost alive.
It
I
did.
mean, the doll does look alive, but
Well, I'll tell you the one thing about Roscoe's experience with the cult and the whole hypnotism thing and bringing that back, and you know, him losing 4 days of his life, if he's lost 4 days of his life and he's not part of it now, is it kind of blows away my theory from last week's episode of that it's not supernatural at all, and that somebody's, you know, it's in somebody's mind, most likely Dorothy's, right? Now I think something definitely is going on. I don't know if it's necessarily supernatural, because they might have drugged him or something, but yeah, I think that theory's kind of blown out of the way.
Yeah.
It's definitely not in somebody's mind now. Yeah, for sure.
well, what did we get out of what he said? And when he was under the trance, we got out that the room that he was in, he could probably see the guy that was whipping himself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was that room, that main room. And then he saw the cult leader, some man with a hook for a hand.
He was tied with straw.
And he was tied with straw. Yeah, Roscoe's hands were tied.
Right. So
So I got the feeling that he was looking. I don't know why I thought he was looking into that room, you know, where the guy was whipping himself.
well, maybe they'll put him under hypnosis again.
Maybe.
Hypnotize him again.
It did make me think
What?
some tinfoil hat conspiracy theory stuff. It made me think Natalie
Oh,
is
that's.
in on it.
Oh.
I don't know why this just clicked though. It's like, what if they've targeted this family since the beginning, right? Since since Jericho died. You know, they got this tragedy. They got these people in distress, which makes them more mentally pliable. You know, they could be more, you know, easily.
I wonder how long they've known Natalie, but I guess it doesn't
Manipulated.
matter if she's been with the
Yeah,
cult
maybe
a long time.
Natalie's part of the Church of the Lesser Saints, and she's like, hey, I have a situation here.
That's why she's telling Julian, you need to believe. You have to believe in something.
You got to believe in something.
So
I don't know. It clicked, and I started thinking that I could just be cuckoo. And you all tell me if you think I'm cuckoo. That's fine, but think about it. Think about it. That'd be the perfect mole.
Yes.
Natalie would.
Yeah, yeah. Dorothy is baby talking to all of Philadelphia. Oh my gosh. And if you look at the guy, the co-host, the anchor,
yes.
Oh, he is so funny.
Yeah, his face is like,
facial expressions are hilarious. He's like, this lady has a whole, he's like lost it, like he's embarrassed.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah. Julian is talking about deep space. And Natalie is
so another tie-in to the title, right? What is it, Spaceman?
Spaceman.
Because is it referring to Jericho's little outfit, or is it referring to Julian? I think he's referring to his depression, his PTSD after finding Jericho, right? To where he just wants to float out into space in the deepest, darkest parts of space. Was he talking about dying? Talking about wanting to end it?
It seemed like, it seemed like he was talking
Natalie,
about.
of course, became very empathetic and was like, I've tried everything. I've tried cognitive therapy. I've tried this. I've tried that. I even tried dropping acid with you. Nothing helps. You won't let it help. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Then you have to believe in something. Is she trying to draw them into
your conspiracy theory? Natalie is a mole.
She's a mole, a cult mole.
Sean thanks Roscoe as he leaves, and then Roscoe actually finds his keys in a pocket he says he never uses. So when they put him back in the car, they put the keys in the wrong pocket.
Yep. And Sean's using that strange accent again.
Oh, yeah, at the door. You said he's noticed that. They show Sean watching Dorothy on TV, and he smiles like he's proud of Dorothy.
Yeah, when she drops the Jericho hints.
Right.
Now, see, I took it different at first, but then you kind of corrected me there, because I thought maybe he was annoyed with her, like, ugh, gosh, she's doing this again. But then later on, because you told me, no, he's proud of her for doing that.
Yeah, he's proud of her for
and then
trying to get the baby.
He confirms that by saying, you did what any good mother would do.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, because she said, I don't think they'll have me on the desk anymore, blah, 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 blah. So, you're definitely right. He is full on into this. And then he pulls her in, and I got this, like, what I call them Stepford parents type moment.
Yes,
Like, I really think they're getting set up to be part of this cult. I think maybe all of this is steps to getting them recruited. This is all mind control stuff.
What we're watching is this family getting manipulated and joining the cult.
Yeah.
So
maybe we're going too far with that, but
maybe
I think there's something there.
Leanne calls. And she says, why is she looking for me? Why
Weird
haven't
question.
you told her what she did? And you know why they're looking for you, Leanne. Well, Leanne, you know good and well why they're looking for you. But you had mentioned that you think Leanne
is protecting them,
and she wants Dorothy to wake up. And
she doesn't want them to find her, because she doesn't want them to get trapped by the cult. That's what I'm thinking. So she's actively trying to keep them from getting assimilated into this group. Why I got that impression, I don't know. But
Leanne was in the basement last season, and it was that haggis episode.
Yep.
And there is that foundation crack.
Right.
First you thought, does a crack look like something like on the wall?
Does it parallel the crack in the wall?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe stretching a little bit.
Yeah, but did Leanne have something to do with the shower going off when Dorothy was taking a shower?
Because now the crack that's already there's a foundation leak now. And Dorothy's shower stops and the water starts pouring up from the foundation. Obviously, it seems like, or they're making it seem like Leanne did that.
Right. Or was it just an earthquake? And there's a crack. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
They're not in California. Does Philadelphia have earthquakes?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
And then what was that pan scene at the very end? It's like a pan, like they're being watched. And Sean gets real,
looks out the window, the
little.
door, and the hallway, expanding hallway scene that's so famous in every movie.
So
I don't know.
But all in all, I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was super creepy. I thought it was creepier than the first one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I'm thinking we might see Leanne next in episode 3. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Or find out more about this cult. What do you think?
I think so, too. I think she's going to be in episode 3. Yep. At least we're going to see what's happening where she's at.
Well, till Friday.
All right.
Thanks for watching, Servant Fan.
Please give us a like and subscribe if you like, and please leave a comment. And if you think
I want to hear your
you
theories
agree with anything we say, or you think we're way off,
Yeah.
whatever. If you got something else totally out there, throw it in the comments, and we definitely will read them.
Love to hear it. And
Night night.